talk about your culture at Gibson Consultants, because in 2022 you came in at 802 on the Inc. 5000 and you were named as a best employer in the North Carolina Business Magazine. So you're obviously doing something right down there. What's in the secret sauce, Jim?
It's important to understand that although we've been in business for 20 years, 5 years ago, we rebooted almost the whole company. We were a virtual company, and we had recruiters in several locations around the eastern half of the US. And my partner and I weren't satisfied with the way it was going. And I knew there was more. I knew there was more we could do. I knew we could do a better job for our clients and our candidates. And so we decided to just change the whole model up. And we went from a virtual company to a bricks and mortar company based out of Wilmington, North Carolina, my new hometown. And the reason that we did that was because we wanted to use training as a foundation for success. Recruiting is an old industry. It's a huge industry. And it's very process driven. That's not always obvious to a client or a candidate, but it's very process driven. And so when you put those things together, you realize there is a body of knowledge of best practices, and yet most people don't get exposed to it. I would guess most recruiters have training that's something like, I'll spend 2 days or a week with you, and I'll teach you everything you need to know about recruiting, and then I'll point you to your desk. Now, that might be a simplification, but it illustrates the point. Most recruiters don't get proper training. They don't get exposed to these best practices. It is a big commitment to do that. It takes a long time and it takes a lot of money to commit to exposing people to the right kind of training and then reinforcing it with the proper oversight, mentorship, and management. And when we rebooted our firm 5 years ago, that's what our commitment was. We're going to go bricks and mortar. We're going to use training as a foundation for success. And we're going to provide a lot of mentorship. We do all kinds of training, classroom training, role plays. We listen to calls. We do a lot of different things, a lot of different ways, so that the recruiter feels that he or she has everything needed to succeed.